Hey guys, how's it going today? Seth here. Overlook me, I'm really tired, had a long night at work. But I do want to do this review on the Mtech Karambit. You can see that's the box that comes in. Nothing too flashy. I told you I'm tired. Nothing too flashy, just a simple cardboard box. Which, I actually prefer boxes like this because if they spend a lot of money, a lot of effort on the box, it takes away from the blade. So this is going to be a review on the Mtech Karambit, and it's also going to be a comparison against this thing, which is the Honshu Karambit. Right off the bat, this one costs about 3 times as much as the Mtech. We'll get into that later on in the review. My phone's charging up, so I'm trying to rig it up to where it can charge and record at the same time. Green tea. Cheers. Alright, let's get into it. I ordered this on eBay the other day. It was around $15, give or take a couple of dollars. I had ordered the Spyderco Karahawk, but I was bored. I had a bonus check and I had some money to play around with. So I was like, you know what, let me just see if I can find a second budget Karambit to just screw around with. Maybe it'll be better than the Honshu. Also, this one is a fixed blade, whereas the Spyderco I ordered, the Karahawk, is a folder. So, I'm going to get into more knives, get more knives and do more reviews, so couldn't hurt to get it. I'm glad I did. This thing is, like I said, it's under $20. And for a knife that large, you're probably thinking, my God, it must really suck. No, it doesn't. The sheath is like, I don't want to say it's Kydex. It doesn't feel quite like, this is the sheath to the Honshu. So I'm just going to say it's a hard plastic. I don't know what it's made out of. Some kind of plastic, whatever. Turn it over and it says Mtech USA on the back. It looks really sleek while it's in the sheath. You have the option of using paracord through these little grooves to strap it to yourself. You got a belt clip right there, and this also pops up if you want to just snap it on the inside of your pants. You can also take these rivets out and switch the hook, the clip to the other side if you really want to get adventurous. So it's pretty customizable. The sheath is molded to the shape of the blade right here. You can see where it kind of, this part right here. So it's cheap but very functional. It's what is it called? I can't remember what it's called. Some kind of lock, snap lock, line lock, or something. Anyway, it won't come out of the sheath if unless you physically mean to pull it out. This is G10 on the handle. You can see the grooves, and this right here is a groove, but unless you're doing it like this, you won't ever feel it in your hand. The ring on the blade does not have a point, which I like, because when you're holding this knife, unless you're careful, your fingers are gonna like smush down, and it's not comfortable. I mean, I see where they were going with it, having an impact weapon, but I don't like it. But anyway, I'll get to the comparison later. Once this is drawn from the sheath, you notice the blade is painted black. I got some scuffing because I did sharpen it. It didn't take much to get it razor, and I do mean razor sharp. Just shaving hair. It's not going to show up on camera, but especially when it's a black blade, it's not going to show up. On the blade, it says Mtech USA. I did try to touch up the scuffs with a Sharpie. It didn't turn out too great, but this is a defense weapon, so I really don't care how perfect the blade looks. It took a great edge. It is 440 stainless steel, which, if it's done right, 440 is actually a decent knife steel. It holds the edge on a weapon. If you're using this to cut up in boxes and you know, open your mail every day, you know, it's gonna get dull faster than a harder steel. But the only time I would ever use this to actually cut anything besides paper, you know, in between sharpening tests or whatever, is to actually just mess somebody up. You know, it's a weapon. It's not meant to go, um, you know, cut open your cereal box or something in the morning. Now, the argument goes is that these things, you know, were derived from tools. Okay, that was then. This is not meant to be a tool. It's meant to be a weapon. So for anyone that wants to try to correct me, yes, I know where they originated from. I know all that. But the point is, the purpose of me owning this blade right here is for it to be a weapon. And for that reason, 440 is perfectly fine in my book. The model is Mtech-665 or MT-665. Stainless steel, made in USA design, handcrafted in China. Of course, we all know it's going to be made in China. There's really not else, you know, a whole lot else to say about it. It fits really good in the sheath. But this is where I want to get into the comparison part of the video. You know, when you're comparing two budget blades, you would think the more expensive one would be the better one, you know. But this just goes to show that sometimes you don't always get what you pay for, and sometimes the cheaper option can be the better option. Let me explain why. To me, in my mindset, and what I bought it for, the Karambit is a tactical weapon that is lightning fast, that you can maneuver it very easily, and you can draw it fast and hide it on your person somewhere. You know, whether it be open or hidden, you know, concealed, whatever. The sheath should be crafted to where you can draw it quickly, and the Honshu fails miserably at it. It's just really, Dora. Anyway, it fails miserably at it. The sheath. Let's just start with the sheath again. It's fake leather, floppy plain leather. You know, there's no option to move this. This is just like sitting down in the fake leather. It's stitched up. It scratches easy. It looks really cheap. You know, if you were to like walk by a chair, and you see even now it's coming apart right there at the seam. You know, if you were to walk by and snag this, it would just rip off. It looks like it's glued together actually. The snap, I've experimented with this like hiding it in the back of my pants, trying, you know, and then I'll try to go for it really quick. Would you stop? It has no, and maybe I'm just not good at it. It has no quick release to it. You got to find the snap. You got to fumble around in the back of your pants or wherever you got this thing hidden, and you know, and try to find the snap, and then, you know, your fingers getting stuck on it. It's not a very good sheath. Now the knife itself, it's got a really good grip. It's got some kind of rubberized grip over the metal, which is fine. But it has finger grooves, you know, and maybe my hand doesn't fit this, whereas the Mtech has like a low profile. You see that? See how it has room for one, you know, for either your pinky or your index finger, and the rest of your fingers just go right there, and it's comfortable. The Honshu forces you to use these grooves, these grips right here. Like I said, maybe you got a small hand, or you got a big old bear claw, and you know, maybe you're coming down, you know, at the top right there, and it's not comfortable. So it's assuming that your hand is a certain size. And I'm sorry, but one size does not fit all. The other problem I had with this blade is that the steel was just not sharp at all. Like, the blade had no edge, and it took forever to sharpen it because it was so, I guess the word is obtuse. I think I saw that somewhere. But it took me forever. I thought I had it sharp. Even that, it's still not cutting as good as the Mtech. I could probably spend a little bit more time on this, but I really don't see a reason to do it. If it shaves hair, it's going to mess somebody up, point blank. In a combat situation where you're moving around doing this kind of stuff, and you get him across the throat like that, that's it. Fight's over with. He's going home in a body bag probably. This one, I don't know if it even shaves or not. It doesn't shave. Well, it grabs the hair. Put it that way. Being that this is supposed to be a tactical knife, and I know I could paint this black some kind of way, but why would I want to? Even the thinness. Look how thick the Honshu is compared to the Mtech. I'm trying to get it centered on camera so I can see it. I mean, look at that. Like the Mtech, you turn it the right way, you can barely see it. This thing is just clunky. It feels clunky in your hand. Even when you spin it, you gotta maybe it's just me, but when I spin it around, and I gotta find my grip again. On the Mtech, I spin and I'm good. It's right where I want it. I like the metal feel to it on the handle rather than the hard rubber. This can crack. It can be cut. This metal isn't going anywhere. The top of the blade right here is rigid, and I'm not sure if there's a purpose for that. It does give good grip when you're holding it in standard grip. This one has a rubberized part right here, but once again it feels like it's just not in the right position, and I can't really explain what I mean by that. But overall, the Honshu is about 40 bucks. Depending on where you get it. You can get it on True Swords and pay a lot of money for shipping, or you can get it on eBay and get free shipping most of the time. The Mtech, I'm learning more and more about Mtech, and I'm finding out that they make really, really great budget blades, and it's not because they're not good. It's just because you get a good knife for not a whole lot of money. They don't put a lot of money in the box, in the packaging, but that's fine. You're not going to keep it in the box. And when you're comparing it to other more expensive Karambits, whatever, my mind always goes to this part of the coin or whatever. Yeah, you can spend $200 on a Karambit, but do you really want to carry a $200 knife with you every day? And just the off chance you may have to use it against somebody, you have a far better chance of dropping this, losing it, being put in a position to where you have to use it to cut open a box or something that maybe you forget your knife, your regular everyday carry at home, and it's like, will I spend $15 on an Mtech to where I know I'm getting a damn good product for the money? Or am I going to spend $200 on a Karambit from Fox or Emerson or wherever, and I'm going to walk by a brick wall or something and maybe it's hanging out, I have it clipped on my pants and I scuff it up, it's going to piss me off. If I was to ruin this, I would be like, you know what? I'm going to get another one. It's $15. So that's where my mind kind of goes on these budget blades. Yeah, there's cheapies out there. There's some that are just not worth the money. But there's also little gems like this. And I can't remember the guy's name. I think it was Yankee GI. He did the review on this, and I tried to not mention some of the things he did because it's already been said. So there's no point in me saying what he said. Try saying that 5 times fast. I'm not gonna do it. I'm too tired. But for what you pay, you get a lot of knife, and I like it. I really do. I may get another one just to have another one. I do like it. It's like a great edge. I got it. It came in last night, and if you don't stop. Anyway, it came in last night. Well, yesterday while I was at work, so I got the mail last night when I got home. And I didn't feel like sharpening it last night because I didn't feel like waking up the neighbors because my sander is pretty loud. But this morning after I got done, I have begun working out again. I think my watch just finished charging. I saw a light flash. Anyway, I started getting up an hour early every day, so I have time to start training again, working out again. So I'm doing cardio, I'm doing strength training, determined to get back down to that weight that I was in the pictures on my face. What are you doing? Dora, stop. I give up on that cat. Anyway, but the point is, after I got done working out, I had like maybe 20 minutes to screw around, do something, vacuum, get ready for whatever, get ready for work. So I was like, you know what? I wonder if I could put an edge on this Mtech in that amount of time. So I took it, I put it on the work sharp, freehand. The work sharp's really small. It's easy to to pull out the drawer and put up or whatever. So I was like, I'll try the work sharp. So I tried the really coarse grits to like sand it down a little bit, and I saw I was running low on time, so I grabbed the 6000, the last stage for the work sharp, ran it over a few times, making all the right curves and everything, tested it on my hair, shaving pretty good. It's like, damn, that's good. So I was like, you know what? I got about 8 more minutes before I got to hop in the shower. So I got the sander out real quick, put the honing compound on the strop, turned that bitch on, did about 2 or 3 passes on each side, and this is the results I got. I spent maybe 15 minutes on this knife, sharpening it up. Definitely gets my stamp of approval. Yankee GI, as I got sidetracked, gave it an 8 out of 10 on a budget $15 knife. So, as far as my Karambits, at least for the fixed blades, because I did get my Spyderco tomorrow. I will have a review on that one tomorrow, so look for that one. But this is my baby right now, as far as my fixed blades. And even after I get my Spyderco, it's a folder, so I will still, consider this one my best fixed blade Karambit. I only own 2. I'm not gonna sell it because it's still pretty cool looking. Just as far as for actual use, everyday carry, I prefer the Mtech. Sorry I talked so long, you guys. You guys have a great one. I'll be back with some more some more videos, some more Transformer reviews, some more knife reviews. I may go do some cutting this week at my parents' house. Don't know. Depends on how I feel. I am pretty tired. But you guys have a great one. Peace. Peace. Say my name. You guys have a great one. We'll see you later.